crew, and still he's shaking his head. It's all over. So
he's telling his corner. He did his best. He did his best, and his best was good. He came back from being one round down.
As you just saw, we move on. Bruce Tran from Canada now there in the in the black, against another fighter. We'll get to add to our statistics. Johan Sliapsu from Belarus. That was a 2-0 win against Johnny Tuma from Sweden.
Have we had any fighters from Canada yet?
No, I don't think so. I think this might be the first one. I'll just check.
I don't recall.
It's almost, with the amount of nations here, it's almost like checking a flight itinerary. There's that amount of details on it, but no, we haven't. This is the first Canadian fighter that we've seen. Let's see how he does.
Canada in red, Belarus in black.
And well, looking at Bruce Tran's stance, much shorter fighter. Wow, he's not scared of getting inside. Looks like he might be a right fireball. Wow, a couple of punches there.
Some good punches, good punches there from Belarus. Because all the punches up to that point had been shown to us by Canada.
That's right. So,
but we still have some judges that never scored Canada's punches, so they don't see them landing cleanly. That side kick didn't score.
So Johan Sliapsu in the black with the reach advantage, the height advantage.
Sure.
And the only thing that Bruce Tran's going to need to work off is this fact that he has also fought this morning. Well, there's a good flurry from the Canadian.
The Canadian is reaching up to punch, and he's not holding back. He knows he has fast hands, and he's using them. That's a pretty slow spin kick.
It is. It is absolutely a trademark.
That's a better roundhouse kick.
That's a better kick indeed.
And you see, even though the Canadian fighter has had busy hands.
Yeah, look at the points.
Point differential
is right now scored by one judge at 8-2 towards Belarus, another one at 7-3, another one at 9-3. There's only judge 3 that is evened it out at 4 apiece. All that work that Bruce Tran's doing. Well, that was interesting.
We call it a tiger hook kick. It's a pretty interesting kick considering how much shorter he is than his opponent. But yeah, he's fearless. We can say that about Canada.
He's absolutely fearless. And he wants to come out. And he did get some points in this round, just not enough.
He does. He's an aggressor.
And he holds on. Always the mark of a good Sanda fighter, as we found out from Ndene Top from Senegal, who did win the award at least for being the best holder on.
That's right.
He was great. And he'd always get some in there. But that's a clean round win for Belarus. 7-3, 11-2, 5, 6-5, 9-4, 11-5. If we look at that replay, you can see some of that ferocity from Canada, but just not enough. And as soon as Johan had got into the clinch, as I said, it was, as I was talking about earlier, if you can't get that takedown immediately, then there's a great scope and variance as to what can happen. What I've seen is it's that movement of weight in the middle of it that's really going to make the difference.
And what we know is that the Canada fighter is at a height disadvantage. So he's trying to shift that weight when he's already lower to the ground against a fighter who has shown us that he knows how to stand his ground, lower his center of gravity. That's why he's in this fight.
Yeah.
He's made it to this round.
So here we go, round 2.
His fight to hold on to.
Johan Sliapsu, very close now. If he can keep exactly what he was doing in that first round to a spot in the quarterfinals.
He's got the reach advantage there. So far, 20 seconds in. Oh!
What a huge knockout, and he's not coming back from that.
No, that's a bit too much. That's a bit too much.
Again.
Even if he stands, he's going to, yeah, he's wobbling.
Yeah, he's wobbling, he's shaking. I think they're going to call it.
He put his hands up.
They are calling. It's over and done with.
No, it's going. The signal was that he's okay, but you can believe Belarus is going to try and maximize there.
Oh, I thought for a second that it was, but you're right.
No.
It is continuing.
He put his hands up, just barely put his hands up, and that let the referee know that he could continue to fight. But Belarus tried to get in there and maximize that.
And that's the way to do it. Great technique there from Johan Slepsu.
Oh, it was a beautiful spinning back fist. We could hear it from up here. But now Canada has had a little bit of time to regroup there.
Still looking a little bit shaky though.
Wow.
That's powerful legs.
Got to be a confidence builder
I'm actually
there.
impressed with Bruce Tan. He's fearless. He's got fast hands. He's got a strong kick. He was just caught.
He just took a strong technique and was able to come back. Still Belarus's fight, trying again, and just got pushed off
this time. So,
and he still has about a minute left. So you can imagine that Canada wants that to happen again.
Well, if Canada could engineer that, there's another
straight punch.
Yeah.
And a takedown. So they traded points there, but that was a strong right jab.
But you know what? He's only a point and a half, maybe 2 points back.
And he just scored another one with a thigh kick.
Now he's definitely a point back. And with 30 seconds left, Bruce Tran has got a great chance to take this to a third.
Which again would be this.
Wow, that looks like a low blow.
No,
it looks nasty.
No, the problem is he can't afford to get a penalty.
Well, and he's got 27 seconds left.
It is a penalty against Canada, so he gets 2 points for that. What does it do to his ability to continue in such a close match is what we have to look at. There's a side kick, not scored. He's still ahead. He has 17 seconds. He has to hold on to this lead. He has the countdown, and you know.
Well, it was that penalty that's going to make all the difference.
Well, we'll see what the referee calls. It's 1 point, but he's 2 seconds away from making it into the quarters. He just made it into the quarters.
Yep, that one kick at the end. But look, he's collapsing at the side of the ring. It's not looking too healthy for Johan Slepsu. Don't forget, that was his 5th round as well. And to take such a hit in such a sensitive area means that he's
just spent. He's
absolutely
spent.
It's exhausting. And just seeing him literally fall off the lei tai there. As we look at that back fist that did all the damage. He's back on again, and that's the true spirit of the fighter there. Exhausted, can hardly walk. And someone else has to hold his hand up. They try and make this up in movies, you know. They try and make that feeling up. You have to act it, but that is incredible, and he still shows respect.